Drunk Mind, Sober Thoughts Podcast.
Yo, what's going on? This is DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now, coming to you with episode number 109 of the Drunk Mind, Sober Thoughts Podcast. Want to thank everybody for tuning in right now on that Facebook live feed. If you are tuned in throughout the week on SoundCloud or Apple Podcasts, the TuneIn app, or the Stitcher app, we want to thank y'all for listening once again this week. Welcome back to the show. Playboy, how you doing?
What's going on with it, man? Playboy the DJ, Playboy D-A-DJ. Everything Gucci, man. I'm good.
That's what's up.
Good week. You know how I go.
That's what's up. Dev, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It is Big Dev, man, here to spread love in a world full of hate. Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Ready to get into the show, talk about our weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as y'all can see, the table is a little better looking today. We got the homegirl Candy Baby in the house. How are you doing today?
What up? What it do?
Hey.
The girl is back. I know y'all miss me.
How you feeling?
What's up? I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling amazing.
I see you in here with the poetic justice braids and shit. You know what I'm saying? You thought I was gonna get at them, but yeah, you in here with the poetic justice braids on and
You
stuff or
always got
whatever.
something to say.
Yeah.
I got the baby hairs.
Still
though.
got the
I brought
baby hair, though.
hairs.
Yeah, she still got the baby hair,
I brought the
though.
baby hairs no matter what.
Now
They always
tell
gonna
me
show up.
who she was.
You think you slick? Don't talk to that bitch because I'm on it.
That's what's up, man.
That's crazy. I swear I didn't realize she had a whole ass dude in the bed that whole time.
She
Like,
did.
growing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yes, Instagram has taught me so much.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I think I discovered that on Instagram too.
Yes, Instagram has taught me so many things. I swear. I love it.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, though.
But I missed you guys. I'm glad to be here.
Good week.
Yeah.
Dope week,
Good
as
week.
always. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as I get paid, the week always gonna be good.
That's what's
that's
up.
right.
That's what's up. And we know you had a good night.
Oh, I definitely had a good night.
Yeah. So
Man.
Shout out to Nubu. Great week.
yeah, we talk about this real quick since you said it.
You don't even know. He don't even know.
He don't know it.
New info.
I ain't even tagged him. I
When
don't
he
even
tuned
think
into
we-
the
I didn't even
podcast.
think we Facebook friends and none of that.
That's what's up, though. But yeah, because usually when you're here, you have your ex was with you. We call them
Yes.
affectionately. We call them Kyrie.
We called him Kyrie. Kyrie packed up and went back to Boston.
Yes, she she got him out the fucking paint. But he was a cool dude to us every time we came
He's a
across
cool
him. So
dude,
we don't have nothing
period,
bad
in
to
life.
say about him.
Right, period in life. If
Yeah.
one of you 25, 24-year-old ladies want to go out there and find a guy, you definitely should date him. He just wasn't,
Why 25 or 24?
because he's 25, 26. I'm 35. That's not,
Yeah.
I'm just at a different level in life. Like, like when you grow and you get to a certain maturity in life, you start looking for different things in the people that you're dating and what you're willing to accept. Like, it wasn't even about a cheating thing. Like, it was just, there are certain things that I'm not going to have to explain to a man about how to be a man, because you're for sure not going to have to explain to me about being a woman. I got that covered.
All right. Well, thank you for announcing yourself.
Well.
This is actually why you're here.
Just saying.
With DMST, what we're trying to do is bring a little bit more of a female presence to our show. So we want to try to have a female guest on at least once a month.
Absolutely.
So in that venture, you're the first one to do that
Why,
with us.
thank you.
So thank you for coming this week. Hey, if y'all in the feed right now, hit the like button for us. If you're not
Absolutely.
scared to lose your motherfucking job, share the feed.
Exactly.
Because we going to say some shit today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Get
But
ready.
Candy's here to represent for the ladies. So how was everybody's? Well, we already talked about the weeks. You said you had a good week. You had a good week. You got paid.
Of
Dev,
course.
you had a good week?
I had a very enlightening week.
Okay.
Right.
So let me give it to you.
Okay.
Friday. Shout out the missus. We talked about this last week with
Right.
family reunions.
Right.
Second family reunion in 2 weeks.
Right.
But only black people. But you know what? Family reunion was dope.
Yeah.
It's always cool to spend time with family, hang out. Wasn't the family reunion that was the issue. Mm-hmm. Went to the Racino on Friday night.
Okay.
And it would have been better if this was a random night and it was just people randomly perusing the Racino. 93.1 was broadcast.
Oh, yeah, they do every
Yeah.
Friday.
People was
Yeah.
trying to the level of shitty people at the Racino on Friday night.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
The level of 3s and 4s walking through there. thick kitty kitten heels and shit. Niggas with tight shirts and chains, V-necks. This nigga had a V-neck and his chain was the same shape as his V-neck. You know what I'm saying? But it was so many shitty people. And I'm like, thank God I don't got to pluck from these shitty bitches to try to find somebody to be with. It was just... Because when you're going through shit in life sometimes, the universe are the universe will look out for you without having
Right.
to having to really ask. Like I was going through some shit mentally, then I saw all the shitty motherfuckers at the Racino. I'm like, you know
And
what?
you felt better. You was like, you know what? Shit
I'm
ain't that
good.
bad.
Then Saturday,
Life ain't that.
my timeline.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
It was
about
like
it.
my timeline. This is what I call it. PBBH. That's what my timeline smelled like because I know Puddin' Bay smell like it. And that's pussy,
Oh, no.
beer, Black and Miles, and Hoop Nuts. I know that's what Puddin' Bay
All right,
smell
so
like.
let's give our listeners a background on what you're talking about.
So Puddin' Bay in Cleveland and Sandusky.
yeah, it's a little island.
It's a little island, and they have something called Christmas in July. It's usually fun. Like Candy, if you would have went, you probably would have
I
had fun.
wanted to go yesterday too.
But
I had
niggas
a
have
really nice day
invaded.
instead.
You know what? We got a problem in America. We always blame
Speak on
white
it.
Sorry
people.
for all of
Speak
the
on
white
it.
people
We
that
blame
live
white
in
people,
Speak on it.
and they have some issues. But niggas will fuck up Christmas. Literally, they fucked up Christmas yesterday.
Niggas ruined Christmas?
Niggas ruined Christmas in July.
Oh my goodness.
It was shitty bitches twerking on the boat.
Oh.
Just if you're not in Cleveland, this is what I need y'all to do. You know, you can follow hashtags. Either follow hashtag Puddin' Bay, hashtag Christmas in July, or hashtag Sandusky.
Yeah.
Because niggas was
They didn't fucked up the whole city of
the whole
Sandusky
city
just from
wa-
Puddin' Bay.
Just watch the videos.
That's terrible.
And your phone goes
Point
start
is
having a
included in
distinct
everything.
scent.
Your
of
phone
beer,
gonna start coming
beer
from
hoops,
home.
beer hoop shorts, pussy and Black and Miles.
Ugh.
Aromas.
It was, but it was
That
just both of
smells
those.
like bad decisions.
Don't it?
Like so many bad
Don't it?
decisions happened last night. I believe it.
Oh my, it was a lot of oh my god fucking going on.
Oh no.
Damn.
I was at home, so.
Well, that's
Well.
tragic.
But you know what? The universe spoke to me this week.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Well,
So I had a good week.
that's good. I can't say
Enlightening.
I can't say I had a bad week. You don't get any type of angry Mo driving stories this week.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, I'm good this week. I did almost see a kid fall out of a car though.
What?
Yeah, right at where the pizza spot is, right here at the corner, Master Pizza.
Yeah.
I was coming out of there, making the left turn onto Mayfield, and I saw as we were sitting at the light, I saw the kid jumping around in the back seat. So in my mind, I was like, That's just like,
Right.
And then we started turning, and I saw the back door come open. I said,
Oh,
"Oh shit, he about to fall!" You know what I'm saying? You know the scene on
nigga
the
about
best,
to go.
the scene on the Best Man when he be hanging over the balcony, and the dude downstairs like, "Oh, that nigga about to fall." That's how I was looking at the kid. I'm like, "This nigga about to fall out the car," and then they hit the brake. And I see him like halfway out the car. I'm like, what the fuck is this little Indian kid doing? Because they
Oh,
was
it was
Indian,
an
too.
Indian
Yeah, they was
kid.
Indian.
Where was his mother's peripherals? So she
I
didn't
don't
give
know.
a shit. Little Achmed was back there just jumping around the back seat, opening doors. What type of car do you have
Why you don't have
that
a child
allows
lock?
your back doors to just open?
Nah,
Why
I
he's
don't
just
know.
back there hopping around, not in a car seat.
I don't
She
know.
does not care about him.
Put
I
on
don't
child
know.
locks or something.
I don't
No,
know.
she doesn't care about him. She wants some insurance money. She does not care about his life. Why wasn't he in a car seat?
I'm about to say so much fucked up shit.
I don't know. So,
Why wasn't he in a car seat?
I don't know.
She did not care.
yeah, so I did
About-
see that, but like I said, but no
She was
angry,
hot, probably.
no angry driving stories this
I'm
week
sorry.
though.
She was hot. 'cause,
Shout
like,
out to
that robe. She had
shout
on.
out to Teresa Willett.
What she say?
She said
Listen, look at it.
she said
Go,
man,
read
they
it.
was eating ass in broad daylight at the
Listen,
pool.
No, they
listen.
wasn't.
Let me tell y'all, I'm sorry for screaming like that. I
y'all
really
good.
apologize. It's gonna peek out. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Listen.
1 second.
Go ahead, keep going.
But
Keep
brainstorm. She
So all
said-
I know is
all I
yeah, that's an insider from Vegas. That's an insider from
Listen,
Vegas.
people was putting up lives that they would delete, and you know what I mean, on IG. IG was a hot ass mess. Yesterday.
Literally.
Oh no.
it was titties out. It was white boys. That
So just
not-
long
yeah.
titties. Titties long as Monday
Yeah,
titties.
and not the white boys. You know how y'all cream up
no.
over them white boys with a tattoo on his left arm.
Oh,
it
shit.
wasn't them kind of white boys.
Oh, it wasn't. It was like the ones that look like they're from Ashton Bueller, the dusty ones.
It was the Parma niggas. It was
Oh
the Parma
no,
white boys
not the Parma.
getting twerked on by chicks. It was
Fact.
unlike anything I ever seen.
Just for apes allowed. Like that's all they was doing it for. Was for apes of
Apes
loud.
of loud.
That's
Well.
it.
Christmas in July was a hot ass
$25 worth of drugs. I am so disappointed.
That was a new drug.
up?
that
I am
came
so
out that
disappointed.
weekend.
What up, Tish?
But anyway, yeah, man, that shit was crazy yesterday.
All right, so
Disappointed.
we're gonna get this. Remember, we do this every Sunday as our foolishness has started very early in the first 10 minutes today.
This gonna go on forever.
I
But
blame
my fault.
myself. I blame myself.
I blame Candy.
Yeah. That's okay. You can blame me. I blame myself.
And in our Christmas in July spirit, I am drinking. I am drinking a Christmas ale that I've been saving
That's what it
since
smelled
Christmas.
like, the 12 dogs at Christmas. Put that on the screen.
That's what that phone smelled like yesterday.
That's responsible celebration of Christmas in July. What was going on yesterday?
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So let's get this started. We're gonna kick this one off easy today. We have a email from one of our listeners.
He's in the feed.
I don't think so. I don't think he's in the feed yet.
I
So
just
this,
want to thank you for warning me first.
I don't think he's in the feed yet. But shout out to our listeners. We say this all the time. What we, if y'all ever have a question, y'all want us to respond, y'all want our advice on something like that or whatever, just reach out. You know, it's no biggie to reach out to us. We gonna give you our honest opinions on stuff. So I'm gonna give you this email. I'm just gonna give you like a part of this. It has a little length to it, so I'm gonna give y'all the
Synopsis.
the synopsis of it. And whenever you want to reach out to us, dmst16@yahoo.com is our email if you want to send us a question. So anyway, okay, this is the email. It says, I've been on and off with a woman since April. We got together, then broke up over her changing plans that we had agreed upon about how our future would look. They broke up for about 2 months and are now back together. Okay, so now this is when it starts to go further.
Hold on. 2 months?
Left.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So he said that she has 4 kids. 2 were from an early relationship and 2 were from a marriage. Both the dads are cool, so it's no drama. While they were broken up, he said that she married her female best friend, basically to help keep her in the country. We know what that means.
Right,
you know,
right,
obviously.
right.
I don't.
No.
I'm confused.
No,
That's my first.
that just means she probably was supposed to be here. And so you get married, you can stay.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's that part. So
But the gay marriage part,
Yeah.
that's not barely even legal hardly.
Yeah,
so I'm
confused.
still.
But keep going.
all right,
Keep going.
but
Yeah.
That's where I
I
started.
digress.
So,
I
all right,
digress.
all right. So he said that that friend that she married also has 2 children of her own. So when they
He is
got
6.
so
6
that's
kids.
6. That again, who said that East Cleveland education could get you far in life? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so he said when they got back together, he accepted that whole fact that they were together, the kids and stuff or whatever. He was just looking at it as, hey, my wife has a girlfriend. Okay.
Right.
Him being the man that he is, he said that he likes doing stuff for everybody out of the kindness of his heart. So he would, do what he can to help out around the house, things like that. Then all of a sudden the ex-husbands came back around and he said she started making posts all the time about how much she loves him and all that stuff. He's her best friend, yada, yada, yada. But she never talks about him. She doesn't post about him or anything like that. She doesn't shout him out for doing anything that he does for her kids, and helping everybody out. So he said the adult in him says that, he should stop tripping and he's reading too much in it. But the man in him says, that he feels like he's playing himself. So he's asking, does she really love him? All that type of thing or whatever. He just wanted to get our take. And he said, as a side note, her and the wife are just friends. There's nothing sexual going on between them. So thanks, DMST. I'm gonna start first. I'll just say I'll start first. I was a little confused because the timetable was off to me.
Yeah.
If he said that they started dating in April and then they broke up about changing plans for the future, and then they broke up for 2 months and got back together, it's July.
This was yesterday.
This is 3 months.
It's July.
Right.
So
I'm saying,
and you broke up 2 whole months.
Right.
but my first issue was with that first part of it where you were changing plans about the future. What future?
You've been
You
knowing
a
this
month
person
in. Yeah, it's like
like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'd have broke up with you too. Right then.
Yeah, like it's what future that fast. That's my first thing. I don't know if y'all got something real quick.
I got some because she.
Man.
The easy part of this is I know he rocked with
yeah.
with
Oh
the
yeah.
show.
He's a good
Shout out to him.
loyal listener of the show.
Got love for people. She doesn't fuck with you, okay?
Right.
That's the bottom line. Because she clearly had plans for the future. Now this
Just not
whole
with
keep
you.
somebody in the country so she got married.
That's a lie, bro. I'm sorry. That's a lie, bro. And I'm telling you that because you're a loyal listener. I fuck with you. You a friend. You a homie. No, absolutely not. None of that sounded right. That she'll post about another man but don't post about you, and you taking care of all 6 of these kids. You've stepped up as a man, and she still married a woman. Instead of marrying you, the guy that's been stepping up, why didn't she marry you? So what sort of plan for the future were you guys supposed to have? You're putting way more into this than you're actually receiving.
Absolutely.
You can't keep pouring into people and draining yourself and then wondering why you're empty at the end of the day. You got to pour that back into yourself, baby. Take that love and love you, because she don't. She doing what she's supposed to do. She taking care of her.
Exactly.
She ain't thought about you not once.
Where you at, Playboy?
What Candy said. I mean, it's just a situation, man. Sometimes, different things take place, and it can lead the mind to imagination, but you ain't even got to imagine nothing on this one.
It's out there
that's
pretty
just
clear as
flat
day.
out.
Yeah.
Like, some people put shit in your face and let you know exactly what the fuck it is.
I mean, it almost sounds like a Murray episode where a bitch be like, I found a bitch in the closet. I just want to know if he cheating, Murray. I found her tooth under my pillow, and the tooth fairy came in and woke me up, and she knew I had to go to work, Murray. What is going on? I need a lie detector. I need you to put him back here with the decoys.
Exactly.
You kind of don't, babe. Like, you got to listen to your gut. You got to listen to your intuition. Nobody loves you more than you. If you yourself is telling you something is amiss, it is. You don't need us or anybody to tell you that. You don't even need her to explain that to you. You shouldn't even have to come to her and go, no, you owe me answers. Nobody owes you answers. You got to be comfortable in your own situation, and you're clearly uncomfortable. So remove yourself as fast as you can.
Exactly.
Run the other way.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, love yourself. Pornhub
Please.
Premium is only $9.99. Treat yourself. You could go for the free, but treat yourself and love yourself.
Treat yourself.
$9.99.
Get a subscription.
The algorithm will pick up on what you like quickly. Half hour
It
on
do,
the
though.
site, it'll pick up on your
X
algorithm.
videos always send me what I like. They know.
You be
They're
like,
like,
yo.
no, because you done been through all of these. Let me send you some fresh things.
I don't
they
know
just
nobody
came-
can fuck with me like
they
them sites.
uploaded. Like, yes, X videos. That's
They be
my-
like, thank you. You know what I mean?
That- right,
I
you
know it'd be
really
real.
do know me.
It'd be like 142 views. Like, nigga,
X
that's
vid-
new. They uploaded this on Saturday.
Videos actually knows me more than Netflix. Netflix never tells me what I want to actually see. I feel like Netflix doesn't know me at all.
Netflix is a
Netflix
corny
is not
nigga
my best friend.
who's
He's
trying
a
to
friend
hit.
of me for real.
He's trying to hit.
Yeah, he a friend of me. Like, hey, just watch this and just slide over. And you
Since
like,
you-
no,
Since we
I don't
did
like
this,
that.
since we did this last week, you should watch this.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh.
definitely not. That was on a whim. Like, definitely not.
Nigga, I was high. You know what I'm saying?
Why you showing me all these weird ass movies, nigga? I watched this one time for 30 minutes.
You was fine. You was watching something in French or something.
You watch
Because
one
you-
episode
Now you
of
getting all French
Attack
episodes.
on Titan. Now you got all the anime. Like, I didn't ask for this. I ain't being barraged by
Because
anime.
you watch
What is
De La
happening?
Cruz, all the Spanish shows.
No wonder I be having
Right,
all
they
types.
sending you Coco. You like, I don't even know what Coco is. I heard this movie make people cry, but I do recommend that movie. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
My
Coco
4-year-old
is
has
a
watched it
beautiful
400
movie. I love
wondering why
Coco.
they get
I
all
know
types of
every
shit.
song about on Coco. I love that movie. It is amazing.
Oh man.
Yeah. Now I see in the feed, Tish had a good comment. She said that while we try to wrap a lot of this up with the email, but she had a good comment. She said that he would have known her situation with her best friend to begin with before they broke up. So she's a user. I think that's a good point.
Definitely.
She if it was all on the up and up and all 100, to me she would have put everything on the table like right from the jump and right from the beginning.
Okay. I know I said something earlier. Excuse me. But I'm going to be real nigga shit right now.
Okay.
To the homie, this is what's going on. You a nice guy.
Very nice.
You're
Too
a
nice.
very giving person of yourself, and you just 100. You are 100. Don't get that twisted, bro. Remember that about yourself.
And don't stop being you because of this.
Absolutely.
too.
But this individual that you're dealing with does not see that in you, and they're only using you. Let's be real.
No,
just
she
flat the
sees
fuck
it.
out.
She looking at you like a payday.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She see it. She think you not going nowhere. You gotta be smart on her.
Right.
Yeah,
And
she
just
gotta-
move on
Yeah.
because she think you dumb. She think that she pulling the wool over your eyes. She think you don't see it, and she gonna keep doing her. You teach people how to treat you,
Right.
so teach her that she can't disrespect you like that by removing your presence.
Exactly. And fellas, I'm here for y'all. Know your worth. These women be treating us so bad. You know what I mean?
Candy, look at
Know your worth, sir. I can't say sis. What's the equivalent to sis? We don't have a know your worth, mister. You know what I'm saying? Don't let her do you like that.
Yeah.
You a king, ain't that what they say?
Yeah, you was a king. Yes.
Yeah, that shit
You a
fucked
king, mister. I don't even sound right saying that.
So man, hey, just keep your head up, man. You know,
Yeah.
you too nice to sit there and put up with something like that. You know, like honestly, to be honest, she don't value you
At all.
And you know, put more value on yourself, man. And
She don't even value herself because clearly this ex-husband of hers that she values so much, he didn't step up and remarry her to allow her to stay in the country.
Right.
He's not doing anything for these kids that you're taking care of, but she loved him so much she could post about him.
well,
He don't value her. So, and she running behind him. You can't compete with him, and that's who your competition is. Because she's still looking at him for whatever he doing, but y'all are exes.
right. So, all right, bro, man. Keep us updated on the situation, man. Just, you know, best of luck to you, man. So let's get into one of our topics for the week.
Head for the border, man. Like real talk.
Yeah, head for the border.
Literally.
So one of our topics for the week, with Candy in the house today, we want to get your opinion on the situation. We saw in the news a few weeks back, LaShawn McCoy. Who was he playing for now?
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo, okay.
Yeah.
The running back for the Buffalo Bills. His girlfriend at the time put up a picture on Instagram with a beat up face. She said that she thought that her boyfriend, LaShawn McCoy, or ex-boyfriend, had something to do with this. Somebody that came into the house, beat her up and stuff or whatever. I don't want to talk about the domestic violence aspect of this because we know it's wrong. You know, even I think I saw something where I think she was kind of recanting on the story a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. The point I want to talk about with this was the fact that they have been going for a long time in a back and forth, which Candy said that she's now gone out the house, but they have been going in a whole back and forth for almost a year where they had broke up and she wouldn't leave the house they have down in the Atlanta area, I think it was. And so while you were here, I wanted to get your advice for situations like that. You know, when you're living with somebody, you break up, all of that happens, and she just don't want to leave. Now, as a man, you know you can't put hands on people, this and that. I read online where he had went and, you know, basically filed the paperwork to have her evicted and stuff. All that stuff. His lawyer had did stuff for him. She just wouldn't leave. In a situation like that, as a woman, if a man breaks up with you, I know we're talking on our level. We're not talking about with the money and shit. You know, we're you know, millions of dollars. But if a dude don't want you around, where's the point in you that just says, you know what, I'm gonna be out because you don't want me around?
I mean, exactly. You can't force people to do something they just don't want to do. If a guy doesn't want to be with you, you can't force that or try to make his life miserable. I feel like that's what a lot of these women do. They're vengeful. They're upset that the relationship isn't working. So you're not going to have another woman in this house. So I won't leave it. This is my house. I picked the carpet. I picked the drapes. This is my house. So I'm not going to leave it. I feel like, I mean, this not me, but I feel like this is what her stance on it is. Because why wouldn't you just leave? Why would you want to live in a man's house where you feel like something potentially could happen to you because you're making it so uncomfortable for him? He shouldn't have to be uncomfortable in his own home, and neither should you. So she definitely should have left. If it was me, just saying, and a dude don't leave my house, a couple of cousins you ain't never met is gonna come evict you. Just saying. You don't want to leave? Okay. I got a couple cousins you ain't never met before. They don't even live here.
But it sounds like that's what happened in that situation.
And that's what it sounds like what happened. Right. And then she suddenly moved right after that whole year. Suddenly she gone now. So I'm saying, I mean, things get results.
We are all from the east.
I ain't trying to condone anything. I'm not condoning anything. But baby girl, don't be where you ain't wanted. Yeah. Like that's kind of like the message for the show, is it not? Don't be where you are not wanted. Be where you are valued. She was a pretty girl, I guess, before she got beat up. I assume. I don't know what she looked like, but whatever she did look like, I assume she's a very pretty girl. You can get another sugar daddy, baby. They out here. They out here. The money printed. Go get it, baby. It's out here. You ain't got to wait for it. You ain't got to sit around and force it.
Okay.
Hella ball players sitting on the bench looking for something.
That's true.
These reality shows is looking for something. Mona Scott losing money on her little stars is leaving. They looking for something. Go get your money, baby. It's out there. The money printed.
Exactly.
True that.
Listen. We all, like I said, we all from the eastern side of Cleveland. And we all know.
That's what we call it.
As fellas, we know a couple females who, as I get older though, I don't have that same reservoir I used to have. You could like dip into like the little pot of like, hey, oh girl over here talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But he got a little money, so he probably got a little reservoir of chicks. You know what I mean? They put a little Vaseline on their face. Put on some Air Force Ones.
You got a couple.
Went over there.
I mean, for real.
Went over there and had a
When
conversation
you
with
from
them.
cities, like you don't even need a girlfriend. You got a cousin that'll do it for
Exactly.
free. Real talk.
Exactly.
Because we in the streets, we all got a cousin right now. We could call like, hey yo, they talking mess, and they'll roll up like, hey, where they at for no bread, and we ain't got nothing.
And
They
her-
pulling up like where?
And the question, how you get her out the house?
And if you didn't already try to evict them,
I think somebody go over there, put a couple knuckles on her.
say that.
She gone. I mean, if it's LaShawn McCoy, it's a problem. Now, if it's a bunch of Tashas and Keishas, then
I'm saying right.
that's fair
Tashas and
game.
Keishas.
That's fair game.
You gotta jump off the porch, sweetie.
Yeah.
You gotta jump off the porch. You trying to stay here? You gotta jump off the
now, if
porch,
it's a bunch
baby.
of Tyrones and Reggies, that's a problem.
Yeah, now that's
but
a problem.
But if it's some Keishas,
Yeah.
Now, it was supposedly, according to her, it was a guy or two. I think it was a guy that came in.
But she said that on the 911 tape that she didn't see who it was.
Them
'Cause she
niggas-
was hiding. So if you didn't see who it was, how you gonna turn around and say it was a dude? Because they hit you hard. I know some girls knock dudes out.
Yeah, but then she was talking about that they
Some girls hit hard.
she was saying that they demanded some of the jury back that LaShawn McCoy had wanted. He had been asked her to return that she didn't want to return. I just think a lot of that is just shady, which is funny too. That's
She probably was just saying
You
that.
know.
she was feeling some kind of way.
I know. I believe.
And
that.
it's fucked up if he sent some dudes in that house to whoop her ass.
Yeah, that's
fucked up.
You
But if you
definitely
want to know how to
could've
get
said
somebody
something.
out your house, we asking two different questions. Is that fucked up? Yeah. How do you get somebody out your house?
Somebody made a good point. Somebody made a good point in the feed though. Miss Taylor, I'm just calling Miss Taylor. She said, it may be a different situation if they moved in together and they acquired the home together. What y'all feel about that?
They
Ain't no-
ain't acquire shit together.
Ain't no-
That
She
nigga
ain't
got
no
the money.
money.
She got
Facts,
two
that's what I'm
kids.
about to say.
She
She
got
ain't no
two
money.
kids. They ain't acquire shit together. They acquired some groceries together. That bitch bought some groceries. That's
With her
about it.
food stamp
couches.
card, she had an EBT.
Yeah, she bought some
She might have
groceries.
picked out a lot of shit, but you didn't pay for anything.
Nah.
It's
you
just
could
levels
pick it
to
out.
it, and I respect it because you got a lot of women. I'm not trying to diminish anybody's situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can be in a relationship with somebody, y'all can do some shit together, but it's levels to it. When you're dealing with that kind of money, that kind of situation with LaShawn McCoy, you got to be Mrs. McCoy to really make some shit shake with a nigga in that position.
Right.
Now, if this nigga if he the head manager at Sprint and y'all get an apartment together in Cleveland
Right.
Heights, yes, y'all got that apartment
Y'all
together.
got equal. That's
But
50-50
this
right there.
nigga is the second highest paid running back in the NFL.
Right, yeah.
You
Right.
ain't acquiring shit hand
At
in hand
all.
with him
Right.
unless your name is Mrs. LaShawn McCoy.
Right,
And
exactly.
it's no slight to anybody. I'm not saying they didn't look for the house together,
But
go
you
on
a
Zillow.
girlfriend.
But you a girlfriend of a nigga who on a different levels to this shit.
And he ain't even your boyfriend
that
no
ain't,
more.
and that ain't even his only house because
Yeah.
he was gone living back somewhere else trying to get her out the house. Yeah. So it ain't even his only property. She kept saying no. See, that's that's
That's just
that.
being spiteful.
Let this
That's what
be
I'm saying. That's being spiteful.
Yeah, but let
Even
this be-
Sharon
go
Reed
ahead.
moved to Miami, my bad.
No, but let this be a lesson too. You got to know the.
LeBron said Sharon Reed ass out of here.
Tired of Dev today.
Oh, my bad, man, my bad.
He showed this.
I ain't been on a show with Dev before, man.
But no, let this be a lesson too. The fact of there are laws that go into this. Like if you move somebody in with you, they don't have to be on your lease or nothing like that.
Squatters' rights.
Yeah,
I tried to
If
put a
they-
nigga out a couple times. Squatters' rights.
Yeah,
I know all about that.
if somebody's with you for an extended period of time, it's different in each state or something like that or whatever. But yeah, they can be there and have a legal right.
You know what he should've
That's why he
did?
had to go serve papers
He
to
should have
get
just
her out of
went
there.
and smashed the chick on her bed
Yeah,
while she
yeah.
was asleep. I bet she'd have moved.
start fucking
Every
in the living
night.
room. In the
Every
living room.
night. Just like, hey, roll over right quick. Put the cover over your head. Where your headphones at? Put your headphones on. She about to
Fuck
get
her
loud.
loudly in the
Yes,
living room.
loudly.
On
A
the
bunch
kitchen
of
counter.
them. A bunch of them. She got so uncomfortable.
Orgies?
I've got niggas on my house.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
You would like to tell any stories?
Well,
Would you like to
since-
share
I
any
kind of
stories?
just told it. I
Just-
feel like that was telling it. I ain't gonna say no names.
I mean, no, they don't need nails. You
I'm
can
trying to
say
protect
names.
people's innocence.
never say names.
I protect all the innocent.
Oh shit.
Well, and then the other part too,
Bing ringing.
all around.
That's
that
how you do
time.
that shit. You
That
should've
Melvin.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
that Melvin,
Yeah,
that
she picked
frog.
the pillow.
All that. I don't know, man, but
Nigga cooking bacon in the kitchen.
Last of the
ass
cook-
naked.
last of the
Ass
Kool-Aid.
naked.
All right, this another aspect to this I want to ask y'all about. I think the whole situation is still fishy too because of the fact that, of course, she said she didn't want to go, but at different points he was back down there and stuff. The way I see it is this too. He ain't all the way blameless in this too.
He was still fucking the bitch.
That's what I was about to say. He was still fucking.
Yeah.
He was still fucking. So you kept her around because you still wanted to be able to get that ass when you want to. Then when you get upset, it's like, all right, now you got to go. Right. You know, whatever. Right. So
no, I feel like women are terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Women use their sexuality, and probably every time he came over on the intent of being mad, like, no, this bitch gotta go. And then he show up to the door and she got some little shit on and he like, God damn, just like, let me just get some of that right quick. And then forget that she got to move and be like, I was supposed to kick this bitch out. God damn.
She's superheading the nigga every time.
It's levels. Like you said, it's levels to this shit.
3 days straight.
Double grip,
yeah,
extra
like he
spit,
wasn't intending to. But y'all are simple. Like, I know niggas, y'all are simple. Like, it don't take a lot. Show up in some booty shorts. Y'all done forgot the whole reason you mad. You like, baby, I swear to God, I don't even know what the fuck I was mad at you for. That be me. I be coming in here, I be mad at the world. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's my
niggas
fault.
will get their shopping list
They
at
do.
Giant Eagle if an ass big enough at the grocery store. The fuck I coming for?
Leave that kid in the cart. Just walk off like, where she going? You need them potatoes, baby? I get them down for you. What you need? What you need? I get it down for you. I'll walk it to your car. Son in the cart, like, nigga, I can't get out. I'm 3. I'm stuck in here.
The cart just started rolling down the aisle and shit.
Nigga grabbing Lunchables and shit, eating them out the cart. He like, fuck it. He gonna do him.
Exactly.
I'm about to eat all this shit out this cart. All these dirty grapes I'm eating out this cart.
Like I always
He
say,
said, I hate
man.
when my kids see that when they was little. Eat them dirty ass grapes out the grocery store.
And they got
It's
that
like,
little
I feel
film
like
on it.
they
You can
immediately
taste
got
it, you know what I'm talking
Ebola. Like,
You
oh
wash
my
them off?
God.
You never ate a grape but not wash it? You got like a...
Yeah, it's dirty as shit.
But
It's dust,
they
nigga.
do that in the stores. Y'all ever seen people do it in the
I
store?
get
Like they
malaria
test
from
the
doing
grapes.
that.
Like they'll go into a bag of grapes and they test them. My ex was like, "That's how you supposed to test them." I'm not
How
eating
you-
nobody's nasty
Why are
ass
you
grapes.
testing grapes?
My mom
No,
used to eat the
to
grapes
see if
in
they
the car.
sweet and shit or
Yeah,
whatever. I
just eat
guess.
To test them if they sweet.
Yeah.
They grapes.
They grapes.
I ain't
They
gonna
taste like grapes, nigga.
I'm not
You
gonna
ain't never
lie.
had no sour grapes?
I am not gonna lie.
You eat
Normally say it on
No, my
the
mom's done
thing
that
though.
before.
I go to Whole Foods. It say it on the sign
Well, you're high class.
whether they're
Okay.
sweet or not.
Oh, okay.
It's the same price.
I
Like
think it's
y'all
old
killing
school
me
shit.
with the Whole Foods shit. That shit the same price. It's actually a little bit cheaper for a lot of
It
that
depends
stuff.
on some of the
Like
stuff
the
you
chicken, the chicken is like $1 cheaper, and then it ain't full of pesticides. These chicken wings be huge as shit. You telling me these chicken wings y'all be buying on the
Yeah,
days gonna be
nah.
looking like chicken legs?
Yeah,
I mean
can't
like
stand
turkey
them.
legs. These big ass.
I be eating
Yeah.
the fuck out.
I
They're
don't
delicious.
eat.
I can't
man.
stand.
No,
I can't
shit.
stand. That's one
Yeah,
thing I
like
can't
y'all
stand is
some
a big
bullshit.
ass retarded ass
Steroid
looking
yeah,
ass
big
wing.
ass
Yeah, that shit is
wing,
retarded.
like King
man.
Arthur should be eating it. Sitting at a duel.
Them church's chicken.
big
At a
ass
duel,
chicken.
nigga. With the on
With
the
the
horse
big
with the
ass turkey
spears.
leg. Yes, and
The
they got
horse
the
with the spears.
jousting. They jousting and shit. And he got a turkey leg in his hand. So them chicken wings look to me
Off
every
with his
time I go in there.
hand.
How the
It's
hell?
steroids and cancer. I can't.
How the hell did we get here?
I have no idea. I
I
love it.
said Whole Foods. You said it was
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah.
Same way
Let's go.
LaShawn McCoy was getting
Yeah.
2 hands and extra spit.
Yeah, 2 hands of extra spit, man. She was on her shit when every time he came to that house.
He didn't mean no it happened, but it
She
just kind
said,
of
I'm
happened.
not going nowhere.
Right.
That's
Yes, the fuck.
Right.
Crazy.
Everybody in the feed, give us some more lights in the feed, y'all. And again, if y'all ain't scared to lose your job, share the show.
I'm gonna ask
Share
y'all
the
though,
feed.
real quick.
Go ahead, follow
real
us.
quick.
Follow
As
us.
the fellas, if y'all walk inside the crib that you into it with somebody, and she come down in thong, booty shorts,
You know
whatever, are you gonna fuck?
No.
Are you?
I'm
Lying.
I'm not. I'm almost annoyingly male. Like it frustrates females.
I get you.
Like I like.
Oh, I hate this.
I know. I like get my game plan together in the car. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Right.
I can walk in. You in the middle of you know, you got I don't know some other chick in there. I'm like, man, come on, man. Can she go, please, so we can talk? Like I'm just annoyingly male, and so in that situation, no.
You a strong brother.
I-
Because
I
if I walk in and
I
she got another
promise.
chick in there, I'm sorry. Look,
I
baby, we
I
can talk
gotta
about this
handle
later.
this
Yeah, we can talk about
now,
this later.
And then
Yeah.
as soon as we
Yeah, I'm
wrap
sorry.
up,
Now, if you
Just
caught me
being
off
honest.
guard, yeah. But if
Yeah,
I'm like,
have a
if I'm
discussion.
prepping, like I'm about to go get this bitch out the house, then
right, he got a speech prepared in the car. He
fuck
done
that.
practiced it.
Fuck that.
I'll probably hit it one more time and then kick her out. I ain't gonna lie.
That's how niggas end up not. You can't do that because you're gonna hit it. You're gonna be laid up in the bed. She's gonna be on your chest, playing with your chest hair, and then it's game over.
You trying to figure out what you was even mad about?
Exactly.
Like, what was I even mad about? You cool?
Dale, so you saying you be sitting in the car practicing, you looking like
I just ready.
You be in the car looking like Denzel in
Game
Glory.
face.
He be like, yeah.
Denzel in
I
Glory.
be in the mirror like, what
be
time
feeling
is it? Game time.
Right, like he ready for a
a
game at Gannon again. Like he ready, jumping around and shit. Like yes,
How does that happen?
let's go.
like
Let's
football
go.
shit. Come on, man.
That's crazy.
No, I'm playing with you.
Crazy.
I'm not playing.
I would have a difficult time. I know how I am. I would have a difficult time.
Yeah, I'm
gotta
a
be
girl.
really fed up.
I'm a girl, and girls are simple like that too. Show up with a fresh lineup and some boxer shorts. We didn't forgot how many bitches you got pregnant. Like how many? It doesn't even matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Just tell them bitches we got laundry over here need to be washed. If she need to join the team, tell that bitch we got jackets. She want to be on the team. That's cool.
Okay. So,
That's
sorry.
cool. Tell her trash go out on Thursdays. Like let her know you want to join the team. That's cool.
I'm glad you took it to that angle to give that female point of view. We had a couple topics a few weeks ago where we were mentioning some things that about women. It could be some of the physical stuff. It could be something that they wear that kind of puts us in the wrong state of mind. Like, well, let's put it like this: we can't stand it. It drives us crazy.
Okay.
So, what is it about you as a female? What is it sometimes that guys do that they wear? Something like that to you it's just like one of those things that you just like, yo, I just can't stand this shit.
Okay, first off, I'm glad you brought that up because I did. This is one of my last candy quotes. I haven't been on my candy quotes the way I should. But one of my last candy quotes was, I'm tired of y'all fat niggas walking around in leggings. I'm just going to say it. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Wear your size fucking pants. They make them in all sizes. Get the size that fit you. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing y'all fat asses jiggling around and these tight ass little boxer briefs you got on and these little tight ass jeans and these leggings. Since when did niggas start wearing cutoff shorts? When did that happen?
Today, I did it.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Remember back in the day where you knew, like you could just tell from certain things the nigga wore that nigga was a fag. Now you can't no more.
Okay.
The lines are blurred, and I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
Oh shit.
Who's sucking dick over here? Because if I feel like it should just be me, I'm not sure anymore. It makes me uncomfortable, and I don't like that shit. Why we wearing the same size jeans? Y'all niggas gonna get a yeast infection walking around in
my
these
God.
tight ass
Oh,
pants,
my
and I'm
Lord.
sick of it.
I wish the guy we had drops right now.
It's coming. It's coming.
Tired of it.
We didn't mean to get you riled up there.
They did. I need to see
you have anything else that you
mean-
can think of? I mean, because that was one of us. We got some feedback on that episode where they were saying it would have been nice to have a female on the show to kind of counteract with what we were
Yeah.
saying.
I mean, just other than that, don't be dirty. Keep your nails clean. I don't want you touching me and little dirty nails. Look like you been digging in your butt, digging in your nose. I don't care you work on cars. Wash your hands. They got soap, bruh. Like what? Like they make so many different nice smells. Like honestly, all the men that I really fall in love with is because they all smell good on first smell. Like, and if he always smells like that, like,
Okay.
yes, I love good smelling men. Always smell good. I don't care what you did.
Tish
I don't
said
want
that
you
in the
smelling
feed.
like
Tish said that in the feed. She
full-court
said it's smelling
basketball.
good. She said yes. Yeah.
Grooming is very important. I don't care what you say. It is important to have your feet not looking like you've been climbing trees your whole life. Like what are you running away from, slave? Like get your feet together, cutting up my
understand.
sheets in my bed with your feet.
Man, you got to take care of yourself.
Please.
They was talking about it on Twitter the other day.
They expect so much
Shout out to
from
a lot of
us.
people
Yeah.
I done followed follow me since I started the podcast, man.
yeah.
It done took Twitter to another level. I be like,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh yeah, we
But,
got some crazy ass people in our podcast community.
I love it.
But they was talking about men grooming. Before I get into my PSA, I'm gonna ask y'all this. So she's talking about manscaping. So, I'm big. I'm probably one of the biggest niggas y'all know. It's partially I have to because I'm a larger dude. Like I have to make sure
Right.
I'm taken care of.
Getting in them nooks and crannies.
Yeah, but then also the female side, they appreciate when you. So, what's y'all take on manscaping? I take care of myself on that level. Now,
No,
it has
my mind was somewhere else.
it
I'm
has
sorry,
its
go ahead.
drawbacks because once if you don't, there's no friction down there. So you know what I mean.
Jesus Christ.
Like I was saying a couple weeks ago.
Wait a second.
Hold on, what
That's
you call
a-
it?
Wait a
Manscaping?
second.
Manscaping. So that's
So we're manscaping that area.
yeah. So that's commercial
Crotchal
break length.
region.
You know what I mean?
All
Like
right.
we got 3 minutes, 2.5 to 3,
okay.
because there's no friction.
Oh, right.
You see what I'm saying?
Huh.
But what's the takes? Come on, man.
Go ahead, Brainstorm. You go ahead.
When it comes to manscaping, you got to take care of yourself a little bit. Like, don't know women. You don't want no girl going out and she got to look like she entering the Serengeti. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take care of yourself a little bit down there. So I mean, I prep it up a little bit down there. I touch it up.
You gotta land the strip. Brainstorm got a beef for them ladies.
Right here.
Zoom in.
In case you
They got
couldn't
little hands
see.
down there doing
In
that.
case you couldn't see.
2 hands. 2 hands for safety.
Playboy's on you. Fuck it. I'm
Hey,
done.
April said, "Stop acting like y'all ain't heard of Manscaped." I have never heard of it.
You have never heard
Where,
of it?
where have I been?
I don't know where you been.
I mean, I've
That's
always
it.
taken care of myself.
I'm
but
like,
Yeah,
what-
but that's what it's called, man.
Manscaped.
This got introduced to me
Okay.
in 2000. That's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did y'all like when y'all said what do y'all hate about women? Because one thing I do hate that women do is wear pajama pants and a bonnet outside, because that clearly shows. So you ain't attempt to wash your ass today. You just got up and went, huh?
I
Like,
didn't.
you just got up and left
I
and
didn't
started
include that on
your
my list,
day.
but yeah.
I mean,
Like,
I don't-
damn.
I never thought about
Manscaping. That's a new. I never knew. Oh, like landscaping.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
so
now I
manscaping.
get it.
Like,
I guess y'all
cut the grass,
Shit.
nigga. Cut the grass and trim the hedges.
Shit. Oh, now I'm catching on. Shit. You know.
That is. That is.
There go the real
Light
part
bulb.
of that EC education.
Light bulb. Okay.
Right. There we
I
go.
mean,
Yeah.
just shit, nigga. Trim it down.
Just you should.
Yeah.
You should cut your
You know?
nails, brush your teeth, wear Carmex. Ain't nothing gay about that.
Yeah.
It is if your lips are too shiny. Like
Now,
you can
ain't nobody
put it
told
on.
you put on gloss. Don't
saying.
be,
You gotta wipe, yeah.
don't be
gotta wipe it
genuine now. Like, ain't nobody told you to get
And
oily.
it can't go past the lip line. You can't have Carmex all up in here and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
He Kylie Jennered it. He just way overlined it. Like, and then you can't pucker when you do it either. Like, you gotta do it hard
You gotta
when
wipe
you
that
do
shit
it.
like this,
Like, you
nigga.
gotta do it hard. Like, you
You can't
gotta get in there like this. Like,
In the mirror.
you gotta be angry at yourself when you do it. Like, gay ass shit. Like, you can't sit there and go. Cause my nigga, I'm gonna sit there like, okay, now I'm gonna ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask y'all this.
Come on,
This
baby.
happened earlier to me today, and I was confused by it. A gentleman asked me out on a date and to the movies, and I said, sure, after I do the podcast. And he replied, okay, yay. And I went, pause, nigga.
Can't go to the movies with him.
I'm immediately gonna have something to do at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna suddenly get sick. I'm gonna get called into work. Something gonna happen to me at 9 p.m. to why I can't make this movie.
You cannot be a
'Cause
grown man
yay,
saying
nigga.
yay.
Can't be- or
Or
K.
K.
K is violation number 1. Nigga, do you like me? What the fuck you
Thank you.
K?
Thank you. They was talking about what Wiz Khalifa said the other day. Did y'all hear what he said about the bananas? Wiz Khalifa
Oh,
was
on
on
the
Breakfast Club the
I
other
missed
day,
it, though.
and he was saying, as a man, you shouldn't bite a banana. You should break a piece and pop it in your mouth. I actually slapped a banana out of Siri's hand for the very same reason. He was about to bite it. The nigga in me couldn't help it. I smacked the shit out of his hand like, stop! What you doing?
Oh, Lord.
Can't marry you, nigga. What is going on?
Oh, my God.
Like, I felt like it was a violation. They try
All
to
right,
call
let's
Wiz
talk about
homophobic.
that.
I don't feel like
Let's
he
talk
is. How
about
do you
that
guys
real quick.
feel?
Let's talk about that real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's talk about that real quick. I never thought about it because for one, the only time I eat bananas is in a banana pudding, literally.
And they already sliced.
Yeah, they already sliced.
You got a spoon.
Bananas fuck up my stomach, so I don't
Okay.
eat bananas.
Yeah.
But
like
if you had,
bananas. Pause.
He said he
Pause.
love bananas?
Pause. I mean, no.
How bad it sound.
No, I like bananas because
I like
it's
bananas.
good.
It's potassium.
With high
You
blood pressure,
need the
potassium is good for me. So
Yes,
you know,
it regulates your blood pressure.
Yeah,
It does.
so
It
I
lowers
do.
cholesterol.
So
It
how do
does,
you
yes.
how do you eat your
Potassium.
banana?
What about
flavor?
banana Laffy Taffies?
No.
Or not later?
No,
No,
nigga.
I like-
No.
no, banana
Banana
now
Laffy
let us be
Taffies, no.
Get a bag of banana Laffy Taffies. I'm
Just
like,
try.
I
You
hate y'all
tried
right
it.
now. Let's hit this PSA
Nah,
real
later's
quick.
no.
All right, let me get into this PSA. Candy, y'all know, something is new that I kind of brought to the podcast when I started, some public service announcements. And I talked about this a couple weeks ago. I want to follow up on it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We had you remember the Permit Patty and Barbecue Becky?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I had a theory. Okay. Shout out to some people that's in the feed because they might know what I'm talking about.
If not, y'all get to take part in it now.
Yeah. Black males. You know what I mean? We have in our early 20s, a lot of us to go to college, you know, or start working around the other races of people. We interact with a lot of pre-chubby white girls. They're almost thick, you know what I mean? But give them 10 years and they become chubby. And
the ones that be shaped like cardboard boxes, they be real square.
But when they 19, you be like, is she thick or
you're not sure?
You don't really know. So then
she a bit boxy.
By the time you're a junior in college, you like, no, but then she love you now. But then the problem is she end up 30 and she turned into Permit Patty. And these chubby ex-thick white chicks are like, they're really just mad at the niggas who used to fuck them. And then they left them to have to date the dusty niggas from the West Side now. And that's the only options they got. And this is only confirmed because we had Food Patrol Parlor. Remember her? She called the police on the people at the
is that the Bahama Breeze one?
No, she was the one at the pool because the lady had the permit. She had the card, the key card to get in the pool.
You said pool.
And then you had Permit Betty, as they was calling her, the one who called the police on the girl trying to sell water, or whatever. All of them, all four, chubby, middle-aged white women.
So your theory is...
So I just wanted to do a public service announcement to apologize to all the chubby white girls who used to get fucked by Dwayne or Dante or Rayshawn. She is taking her anger out with the black male species on young, unassuming black girls and boys. They didn't do it. We apologize. We could not bring you around our mama shaped like that.
Because our mama gonna talk about you.
With that grade of hair. You know what I'm saying? So I just... And not only are they chubby, they all got them them shiny Ray-Ban sunglasses. And I just want to apologize to them.
They all have that I call the manager haircut as well.
Yeah, they all
and that stingy ponytail is always the smallest ponytail. That ponytail is as long as their patience.
Yep.
They have this much patience for black problems. And so they call the police on us immediately.
If Dante would have continued fucking her, she would have had that short bob. She would have had a bob, though. The bob with the blonde streaks.
The black lady mullet, as we used to call it back in the 90s.
So you either got the black lady mullet.
All the black moms had that same mullet back in the 90s. Did they not? Your mom had it, because my mom had it too. I saw the pictures.
Everybody's mom had that.
I've been to your mom's house. I've seen the pictures. She had it.
And that's the problem.
Mine did too.
They all went to people's houses.
And she forced us to get it too.
Yes, in the early 2000s. Permit Patty and them would go visit Dante.
Being 10 with a black lady mullet? Could you imagine? She did it to us both.
You said 10?
Yes, I was 10. My sister was... She was 19. We all had it. Like, she made us all get it. We had the matching dresses on in the family portrait. Those pictures are burned, but yeah, they exist.
And you know why white women had a haircut? Because they would go visit Dante, and they would see old pictures of his mom, and she's like, "Well, I'll just get hair like."
They was watching
Barbershop.
They was watching Barbershop.
Yeah, and so, but anyway, I just wanted to apologize. And, I just feel like if we apologize and we say sorry, y'all will stop calling the police on us. It was no way we could really
It's going to have to be a lot of apologies, Dale.
It's going to be a lot of
apologies. It's a lot of chubby white chicks. We need more than
just yours. Yeah. It's so many chubby white chicks across the globe that need that hug. Oh, my God. What they need is a hug, actually.
A lot of starting running backs fucked a lot of chubby chicks. A lot of them.
There's a lot of chubby fucking going on at Ohio State right now. Down
and now they taking it out on our kids, calling the police on them. Anyway.
Black men, we got to do better.
We got to do better.
I'm going to look right into the camera. We got to do better.
Love the chubbies. So there is no shame in loving the chubbies.
Yeah.
I mean, the chubby girls,
no.
Soft.
Of course, I'm talking about chubby white girls.
But the chubby white girls, they normally have good credit. I actually had a nigga leave the chubby white girl for me, and I actually got upset at him. And I'm like, you a dumb nigga. You should have stayed with that bitch. What's her number? I'll call her back. What's Stephanie's number? I'll call her back. You need to be with her. My credit score ain't like hers. Like, nigga, you think I'm going to do for you what she did? No. You made the wrong decision. Don't choose me. Choose her.
Oh, my God.
You're wrong.
But then your house don't smell like edge control. You cannot really be with.
Not Dev. Not Dev.
No, I'm saying no. My house has no.
Hold on,
What I'm saying is it has to smell like edge control. I need a black woman in my home.
it
It
gotta
got to smell like edge control.
Thank
gotta
you. Thank you.
I gotta have
like dark sandalwood incense.
Yeah, you gotta be like, what the fuck is that? And it's like a head scarf. You know what I mean?
a
That shit gotta.
blessing
I don't
candle.
feel like I'm at home.
It's got to be a wig drying in the bathroom
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
that you run into and you
Thank you.
swing on late at night when
Yeah.
you drunk.
Yes. Thank you, Dev. Just because we don't need.
Because my brother used to beat
I
my
love
wigs up.
black
I leave them
women.
hanging in the bathroom. They be wet. Beat the shit out of my wigs thinking it's a person in the bathroom.
Yo. All right. Well, thank you for that PSA this week, Dev.
No problem. No
Playboy.
problem.
I know you had something, Playboy.
Jesus.
Yeah, I came across earlier this week. I was just looking on, randomly looking on,
One of the
Facebook
social
or one of
medias.
the social media
Social
sites,
medias.
and it's frequent when I see this. I see it all the time. My question, Candy, and it's very simple. What is your definition of a real nigga?
Ah, shit.
Oh my God.
Because I constantly,
Like this.
With two
because you know what I'm saying.
we got double fist that. I'm
That's a hell of
gonna drink this one on that. Maybe
I would like to get the answer to that because I see it all the time, and I'm just saying, like, what is
The female definition.
the female definition of a real nigga?
And hold on, real quick, because you had saw a post. What was it? Somebody had passed, right? And you were saying that they had posted like it was a real nigga's birthday or something like that, or
Yeah,
whatever.
or was their birthday, and it was like it's a real nigga's birthday, or this and that. It's just, I'm just trying to figure out because you see that term all the time. And what's the
Yeah.
definition of being a real nigga?
Okay.
okay. As a disclaimer, I'm just a female. I don't like to speak about what a female feels like a man should be. I ain't never had a dick. I ain't never gonna have one. I'll never understand how it is to be a man. I, as a woman, don't like to define what a man is. But my idea of what a real nigga is, because I feel like a real man and a real nigga is two completely different things.
Speak on it.
Like
Thank you.
already,
Speak on
like
it.
I'm just gonna put that out there.
Okay.
I don't really date real niggas no more. I'm past that stage in life. I just turned 35 last week. I date real men.
Belated happy
So
birthday.
thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. That's why I didn't come last Sunday, because I
Yeah.
remember that's
Yeah.
what I told you.
Yeah.
I was gonna be fucked up Sunday, and I was.
You gotta talk- you
and
gotta
that's
tell
why
us
I
about
didn't
that.
come. So I didn't do shit. I paid a bunch of kids to get out of my house. I literally paid my kids and all their friends $5 to get the fuck out of my house so I could take a nap. I work 7 days a week.
That's
That
what's
was
up.
my day off, but it wasn't a day off. I just had 24 hours in between shifts.
Right.
I just wanted a nap. Real talk. I'm old as fuck, nigga. Like I swear to God, I'm old. Like I just wanted a nap. But okay, back to the real nigga sort of thing. I feel like a real nigga is a nigga that has been your day one. Now you know this nigga don't really have a formal education, but the nigga always looked out for you. The nigga was always down if you was to get locked up. If he was to get locked out, he put money on your books. He take care of your kids. He one of them type of niggas that's a street nigga, but also got a heart. Like he come around on the hood and he like take care of all the kids. If the ice cream truck come down the street, he buy ice cream for all the kids, not just his kid or his nieces and nephews. All the kids get something. Like his mama is like the mama of the street. Like those real niggas that'll bust for you, that'll die for you. Those real niggas that when they know they ain't shit, but they see you shit and they'll invest in you. They'll go, my nigga, you playing basketball, get the fuck out these streets, my nigga. Take your ass to practice. Real talk. Like take your ass to practice. That to me
Excuse me.
is a real nigga. Like, cause that nigga he got his heart into it. Like he not just out here just shooting up niggas. Like that nigga like really take care of you. He take care of his sisters. He take care of his nieces. He take care of his mama. He take care of his girls. Like all his baby, he might have like 4 baby mamas, but all his baby mamas straight. You know what I'm saying? He even take care of his baby mama's kids that ain't his.
Right.
Like that to me is a real nigga. A nigga that'll come like that ain't my daughter, but that is my daughter, and come pick her up too. When you pick up all your kids, buy all the kids a birthday present and Christmas presents, because you ain't gonna let nobody go without. A nigga that's gonna put you on, that's gonna make sure you eat. He not gonna watch you starve while he getting bread. That's a real nigga to me.
Okay.
They answered my question.
Yeah, I about to be like, hey, what can we put on top of that? But I thought you spoke some real truth with that one right there.
shit.
Now, but you did say it's the difference between a real nigga and a real man. So I see in the feed, April said, like, what she said. She said a real man is one's own definition. Like, what would you say, is the definition of a real man and the opposite of that?
I feel like a real man is always going to do right no matter what could be the payoff. If I know this bill got to be paid, I'm going to pay this bill, real talk. Real men know credit is important. Credit is what runs this world. Now, a real nigga ain't got no credit. Everything he got is in a bitch name, a fiend name. He driving a fiend rental. You know what I'm saying? That's a real nigga.
He paid for everything in cash.
Exactly. A real man is trying to build his credit. A real man is not going to enter a relationship with a woman knowing he on bullshit. And he going to tell her, like, I'm on bullshit. So if you trying to really get with a nigga, I'm not the one you want. I'm a man and I just don't have time for it. Like, and I'm not for the games. He's one of those type of men that's not gonna deal with the games from these bitches. That these hoes that's trying to play around. He don't even look at those ratchet bitches. Like, that's absolutely not what I want, because I can't take that bitch nowhere. The places I like to eat, the places I like to go out, that bitch don't know nothing about that. That bitch is cooking dino bites. I need a bitch that's in here cooking some real food, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna deal with that type of woman. And he's not gonna disrespect her. He just not gonna deal with her. Just like, no, I'm stopping and I'm not gonna call you and I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm not gonna play these games with you. Like, real talk, he not gonna argue. He ain't gonna be flipping out. He ain't gonna make no posts about you. He just gonna stick to his script. Period. He ain't got time for the drama. The nigga might got like 2-3 friends. The nigga don't never go nowhere. That's the nigga that you bitches be calling lame. That's the nigga that you bitches be calling boring.
And that's me.
Real talk. Right. That's the nigga that you bitches be overlooking for these flashy ass niggas that's all on Instagram that you feel like is getting that fast money because they got cash. Nigga ain't even got a debit card in his wallet. Nigga ain't even got a wallet. Nigga got $18 folded up, balled up in his pocket, and still ain't got 7 cents to give me at the gas station when I tell that nigga your shell is $1.07. Real talk, because these are the niggas that be trying to talk to me, and I go, you ain't got 7 cents for your shell? You can't afford this right here. So no, you can't have my number. Real talk. I don't deal with real niggas. I deal with real men. There's a difference.
Y'all notice how I just sat back the whole time?
You gotta let it go. I felt that in my soul. Just because you don't get that perspective a lot, honestly, from women. You don't get that perspective a lot, man.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
God, man, that is what's up. That was
I'll be thinking about this all night.
That was just 100.
I especially want to shout Candy out too, because she was tossing them braids like perfectly in the middle of that whole little rant.
Everything
This
was perfect about the
motherfucker
delivery.
here
The delivery was perfect.
didn't miss a beat. She was just tossing that shit. She looked just like Homegirl on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Craig, you was at the movies last night, wasn't you?
We another bitch because my cousin, baby mama's sister Tracy said she saw you. So who the fuck was you with?
Right.
With a whole nigga in the bed though.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that.
Right. So, but like I said, I sat back on that one because that was the point of us wanting to have a stronger female presence on our show at different points in time, because we want to ask questions like that and actually get that point of view. And we know you're going to be no holds barred with what you're going to say. Yeah. So that's you're like the perfect person to have here for week number 1 with that. But in the feed, as we're talking about this, y'all give us y'all feedback also. You were getting a lot of props in the feed.
Thank you guys.
I see Teresa said preach. Tish said preach.
If y'all got some extra ladies that you would like to add, please let me know if there was something you feel like I missed.
Definitely.
Because I know I'm not going to get everything, because I still ain't got no niggas. So, I'm working on one. I said it to God. I said it to God and them. I said, shit, I'm claiming it. Sometimes you got to speak it. I got to speak it into existence.
Niggas, it was 12
I said to my niggas, I said, hey, I'm claiming that one. I'm saying, I looked at his little balance when we went to the little, he was like, hold on, y'all ain't take the money out of my account before I pay for these drinks.
The nigga
and so a nigga looked over and I was like, oh, wait, how much is that in your account? Oh, okay, where I'm busting it open at? Over here? Because I'm cool with that. I was ready.
Shit's real.
Ready.
So let me ask this real quick. I'm sorry, this is just from the feed. Why are they talking about bleach in the feed? Where did that come from?
I think that came. Hold on, where did that come from?
That was a little bit further up.
That's because James. James said he loves it when a black woman's home smell like bleach and Lysol.
Oh my
yes.
God. Bleach though.
Yes.
Just good. I need to smell good.
It just, and I honestly don't like Fabuloso, but if I walk in your house and I smell Fabuloso, I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. I know you just clean. So.
How about just say the house smells clean?
I just don't want to smell like the trash, like you got goddamn milk in the trash.
Feet.
Yeah.
Feet.
Like
Okay.
feet is a bad smell when you first walk in your house.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Oh.
That's unwelcoming.
I see April said that you were describing fuckboys, not niggas. I hate
Same
that.
thing.
Why do I not like that
Shit.
term fuck boys?
Because you're not a fuck boy, so why would you like
It's
it?
weird.
It ain't you.
I guess so. I guess that makes sense. I hate hearing it. It's fucking something about that term. Probably because too many women say it and use it.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I think my biggest problem with it is that they don't say it in a way that speaks specifically about one person.
They use it loosely.
They use it as if they're describing all men.
Right.
It sounds general.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Instead of specifying what it is about that behavior that you don't like. So you could say, I specifically don't like that behavior without calling somebody a fuck boy. Because a fuck boy just means you just all around fucked up.
Right.
It's a lot of niggas that's not all around fucked up. But come on, ladies. We put our hearts in places where that shit don't belong. And then you want to be upset and call a nigga a fuck boy. Your heart didn't belong there. The nigga told you he wasn't with that. You can't force him into that because y'all smashed. Sorry.
That's true.
And niggas, same.
True that. True that.
Directly in the camera, fucking same.
You got
You're same.
you got your white person voice on with that one.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
same.
I think-
Fucking same.
I think that too. I mean, I know I'm saying wild shit, but I really believe this shit. I feel like fuck boys is kind of like what the fuck do you say? Fake news. I think when white people create slogans, they don't really stick. So that's all I
Right.
have to say.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, because you really don't even hear people say that too much. People just be trying to jump on a bandwagon and be
Yeah.
cool and use trendy terms that they don't even really know what they mean.
I hate when people say fake news. I hate that shit because it's some shit Trump created.
Fake
It's
news.
annoying.
Like, shut up.
Fuck out of here. You
They
can't
don't
create no
use
trends.
that.
Anyway,
All right. So one of the last things we're going to talk about today is the homeboy Charlemagne. I'm saying homeboy like I know him, but if y'all have been
That's
in
our guy.
Yeah. Now, if people don't know, obviously everybody knows he's a host on the Breakfast Club, does different things in media too. Also has a podcast, The Brilliant Idiots, which they didn't do an episode this week, but it had been in the news lately that there was an old, I want to say rape charge, but I don't even think he was actually charged with rape in that case. I don't know. Do y'all remember?
Yeah,
Well,
it
you
was
told me-
like
yeah.
there was some sort of sexual
Yeah.
assault that had taken
Yeah.
place, but when the story had come out at the time, and then it was played
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
because it wasn't actually that bad when the story came out. So when it was played down, it was already resolved,
Yeah.
like a decade ago.
Yeah,
So
that's the
why
point.
this is coming back out now, I'm not sure.
That's the weird part.
I have a question for all the women.
Hold on. Let
No,
me
you go
let's
ahead.
make sure we get the whole thing out there, because one thing with this, like you said, it's coming out now because the lady that was a part of that case, she wanted to reopen it more than a decade later. The weird part about it, though, is the fact that Charlemagne has talked about this plenty of times. Like, people are talking about how he had it in his book, but guess what? He's talked about it on his podcast before. I think he's even talked about it on the air on the Breakfast Club before. And if y'all don't know, he had a party. He was only on the radio at the time in South Carolina, I believe, and he had a party. His story, not hers, his story. So we have to say that. But he had a party. He had some of his peoples there, obviously, or whatever. Supposedly he left, and some guy supposedly raped the girl. That's well, I should say allegedly. Right. And so he went to the police station the next day once he found out what happened, whatever, thinking, I think they got arrested or something like that, the guys, whatever. He went looking for them. And the police happened to be looking for him because she had went to the police and said, hey, I got raped. Charlemagne did it or whatever. So he actually got arrested at the time or whatever. And then, like you said, he pled down or whatever. He gave DNA and stuff or whatever, and nothing matched or whatever. But he's been very open about this whole thing. He's always told the story. So I at least give him credit for that he's always said, this has happened in my past. This is why I don't joke about these type of issues. Right. So, but like you were saying, so what's your question now? You were saying.
My question to women is, when y'all get raped, why does this only bother you 40 years later? Like, if something bothers me today, it's going to bother me today, tomorrow. I'm not going to wait a whole bunch of years. I'm not going to try to reopen it unless y'all women is seeing a payday from these men, and now suddenly you're just jumping on this Me Too bandwagon. Y'all are making it very hard for actual victims because you're trying to get a payday.
Okay. Now I would counter that by saying this, and let me say this to as a point for our show. Let's say this also. We know that this part here we may say some things that everybody's not going to agree with. So listen with a grain of salt. Now I would say on the alternative for that, just playing the devil's advocate, is that maybe it has always bothered them, but at some point it got them to the point that they would come out and speak about it, out and out or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. I've never been in that position.
How many times did that happen to broke niggas? How many times do you look in the news and see a broke nigga rape somebody in 1996
I said,
and then
devil's
suddenly
Devil's
comes
advocate.
out a whole bunch of years later and goes, oh, I want to rob this nigga for that A-Falau he got in his house and his PlayStation 4. Absolutely not.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. Come on, fellas.
Never happens. I'm sorry. As a woman, I gotta speak on it. I know men aren't allowed to, but I can. I'm a woman. Let's talk about it.
I've always wondered. I mean, look,
I ain't saying that.
No, real talk. I've always wondered, and look, and it ain't me. I don't know. Like you said, I'm not a woman. I don't know, different thought processes or what mental state you in. But I've always wondered why a situation it want to be brought out years later
when it's
after
so
the fact.
much harder to prove. Now it's just your word against his. It is much easier to prove with actual DNA. If this is something that has happened to you, this is something that has happened to me. So this is why I feel a little bit personally about it. This is something that happened to me with someone very intimate to me. And it bothered me immediately. I called the police immediately. I wasn't going to go 40 years and just go, oh, this bothers me, but I'm not going to say anything. If something bothers you, there are people out there that are fighting for you and are your advocates. And it's easier for you to prove immediately. You can go get these kits done. You can get the evidence that you need to make people answer for what they do against you. Now it's just your word against theirs. Now you're just being vindictive because you've lived with this all this time. You might as well die with it, baby.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Good point in the feed, April. She said that she said that's BS. She's like, because you got boys who have been molested and they don't feel right sharing until later, and you can't judge that.
As a child, we're not talking about children. We're talking about adults that are putting themselves in precarious
This girl was
situations.
15 in this case when that happened.
15.
I'm just
a child, but you're also you gotta be responsible for your actions. Come on, let's talk about it. When you put yourself in situations where you could be in harm's way, how you gonna be upset when harm comes to you? You can't go to a dangerous neighborhood and then shooting happens. You go, oh my God, they're shooting in Morris Black. Right. You put yourself in that situation, baby. So what do you think is going to happen when you go into a man's room at 3 a.m.? You think you're going over there to play cards? Because you most certainly are not. You have to be smarter than this. You have to protect yourself. It's about self-perseverance. Now when we're talking about children, not a 15-year-old, because that's technically not a child. You're almost an adult. You're 3 years away from being able to make your own decisions. You're cognizant at that age. We're not talking about 4 and 5-year-olds who are molested like boys that are molested at very young ages, because this is why, honestly, a lot of young men are very sexually advanced at 12 and 11 years old because they had some older woman putting their hands on him when he was 5 and 6 and giving him urges in his penis he should not have. That woman placed that there. So now all of a sudden, now he's a sexual 12-year-old out here trying to bang your daughter and getting her pregnant at 13. And you're wondering why that's happening because you're not watching your sons the way you're watching your daughters. You need to be watching all your kids. Real talk. Because I know a lot of men that happened to. A lot of men that I've dated have told me this same situation. They be like, yeah, I was fucking girls at 12. And I'm like, well, why? Well, I had an older cousin that touched me when I was like 8. So that got your dick hard. Now you got these thoughts in your mind that shouldn't be there because you're 12. That shouldn't be there. But now that's there. And nobody talks about that woman that sexually touched that little boy. Oh, you just ignore that. We sweep that under the rug. That's what black people do. We sweep it under the rug. We don't talk about that. We're more so focused on these grown-ass women that put themselves in dangerous situations. And now for 40 years, you cried about it. That's like you same hoes that was mad at me in high school and you still mad now. Get over that shit. It's been 15 fucking years, bitch. Get over that shit. Grow up. You can't be mad about that shit. Grow up.
Okay. Look.
I'm saying. Is it?
Well, okay.
I feel you.
Certain things you really have to move past as an adult. Like you have to work within yourself to take that counseling and go, okay, this healing, this hurt may not have been my fault, but I have to heal myself and I have to forgive myself for allowing that to happen to me so that I can move forward. You're not going to always get your sorry from people that hurt you.
Okay. Dev, you got anything?
Dev said he was gonna be quiet for the onset. Nigga Dev was like, "No, I ain't saying
You know what?
shit." Nigga said,
I
ain't
don't want to,
saying
you know,
shit.
I don't want to get the podcast in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think I have the place to speak as openly as she did about it. You know what I mean? Because when you're a woman, you can speak a little more open and more free.
They may
about
not agree with you because I don't think that
That's fine.
you're being agreed with a lot
That's
right
fine.
now.
Oh no, I don't think
That's
agree.
fine.
I don't see. This is the thing.
People have their opinions, and everyone is
disagreement.
allowed to have their
I don't
opinion.
think you can get to a point. You can't get to a solution in life without disagreement. So I don't necessarily
Absolutely.
think disagreement is
I'm
always
open to
negative.
it all.
I just think sometimes you need other people with more knowledge of the situation to voice whatever side of the argument they're on, to voice the argument. I have my beliefs in it.
It's
You know
called
what I mean?
perspectives.
I think men are overly analytical sometimes, and we can pick stuff apart and put it back together. You know what I mean? So while I can sit there, like I've all the way back, shout out to the homies I Am 216 Radio, all the way back when the Bill Cosby stuff happened, and we did 2 months worth of Bill Cosby stuff every Friday night. I don't think just because these chicks held on to it, the Bill Cosby wasn't putting pills in bitches' drinks and fucking them while they
Definitely
was
was.
passed out.
Definitely
I feel like obviously he ain't shit nigga for putting pills in people's drinks and fucking them when they
Amen.
passed out.
Absolutely.
But for the sake of what's going on, that was the fucking 70s now. You know what I mean? Like, I get it doesn't make it any less true or any less fucked up that he did it, but damn, that was the 70s. You know what I'm
that
saying?
shit was going on.
Like it got to be some sense of urgency behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because it starts muddying the situation. You know what I mean? You can, like you were saying, you can no longer get those rape kits and shit like that.
Right.
Like, obviously, I don't think people should be raping people.
Absolutely not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, if he was putting pills in people's drinks and fucking them, that's fucked up.
Right.
If they was both sitting there popping Quaaludes and then fucking
Together?
afterwards,
And you didn't forgot.
there's no way we can confirm whether y'all was popping Quaaludes together or whether you put a Quaalude in your drink. We don't know now.
It's much easier to
I'm
prove.
not saying
then.
it didn't happen because I tend to lean towards in working in mental health. Somebody that's sane and in good mental standing is not just gonna make up some shit like that.
Right.
So I tend to lean towards, all right, let's try to get to the whole truth here. This is something had to happen.
Right.
Maybe he fucked you and you didn't know the Quaaludes was gonna knock you out, but something happened here.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's harder 40 years later to get a fact. That's just
Exactly.
facts. It doesn't, and it's fucked up for the women that the shit happened to, because if she legitimately got raped, allegedly got raped by Charlamagne the God 10 years ago, that's fucked up. Because that was 10 years later, and you can't do a rape kit.
But
How can we confirm
in
it?
her situation, I guess she actually did do one.
See,
Again.
and that's the difference with that case, because all of that was already done.
Oh,
There's
okay.
already
Okay, I
been
didn't
a
know
case. She came forward immediately.
No, but-
And so if all of this is done and it's done 10 years ago, what are you reopening the case for?
Now, that
What are you
aspect-
trying to
because-
get? Because if it was that important, you would have continued to go, no, he did this to me and I want this to continue. You've already went through the legal process.
Right. And that's what the part of the story that got me kind of confused. Because like you said, I think it was a situation where she actually at first did say something.
Yeah, she went to
and
the
then
police
dropped
department and
the
everything. Yeah.
situation, and then now it's being brought back up.
Yeah, what it was, now it's coming back to me. They said that she didn't pursue it at the time because her mom didn't want her to pursue it. That was the story. That her mom didn't want her to pursue it, because I guess they didn't want the eyes that's on the family and stuff like that or whatever
limelight.
happened. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. That is insane.
So you didn't want the eyes of the limelight just from South Carolina, but you want the eyes of the limelight of the entire country?
But now she's grown, so now she's like, okay, well now it ain't about my mom, it's about me.
What, did her mom just die or
I'm
something?
not-
So
I'm
she
not
feel
going-
like I'm not
Yeah,
following.
because I would be putting my own emotions in. I can't even, because I got 2 girls. I could never be like, I don't want the eyes of the world on the Reed family. So don't tell the police somebody raped you. That
Right? No,
sounds
he
insane to me.
He
but I'm
gotta
not
go
gonna
down. I need justice for that.
This is the number one thing that I think fellas tend to lean on, but it's kind of fucked up. I don't think it justifies shit that legitimately happens. God, this is such a slippery slope.
Right.
But we tend to disregard. Yeah. Oh, go.
Go grab
Yeah,
it.
go grab it.
Yeah.
We tend to disregard the actual fact. Man, it's so fucked up. That some people could be on some ain't shit type shit. Like some females might be on some ain't shit type. You know, like, and we tend to completely delete that from the conversation.
Right.
We're like, just because, like, let's say LaShawn McCoy's situation. Let's say the chick was on some bullshit or whatever, and she wasn't, telling just because we pointing out that this could be a facade, she could be on some bullshit, doesn't mean I don't think people who get raped or done dirty should be, the people who did that should be put under the jail. You know what I mean? But the fucked up part is there are diabolical, fucked up females who will conjure up some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not true.
Because like just what's mentioned in the feed. Was that what you about to say?
Yeah, I was going to say. I see April left a comment saying, that's what's wrong with our community today. We discount people's experiences because it doesn't fit our realm or right. Realm of right or wrong is basically tell them to get over it and move on.
Can't do that.
Yeah,
right.
But go ahead. No,
the reality is you have to always see though that there's two sides to this of a story, and what I mean by that is this. What makes it bad is, case in point, I'm going to use, this going to sound weird because we're talking about the situation with him as far as rape or whatever, but real talk. Here go an example. And it's going to sound weird, but it's just the way I think. Like child support. A fucking few bad apples spoiled it for everybody. I take very good care of my children.
Okay.
But because of motherfuckers fucking shit up, motherfuckers have to be on child support. And I know that seemed like a crazy comparison.
No, it's real.
But in this situation, you have people that lie about different shit, are vengeful about shit. And it makes it kind of hard sometimes when you leave that door open. You know what I'm saying? As far as what if did it happen? Did it not happen? Why wait so long? Look, I get the avenue as far as saying people deal with things differently, and it may not be a good. People can't necessarily just come out right away and say things because it may be bothering. You never know if a person threatened them. Say, hey, look, if you say this or say that, we gonna kill you, or this gonna happen, or that gonna happen to your family. You never know anything. But like you said, you use the correct term. It's a slippery fucking slope.
It really is, because it literally depends on every human being and how you process the shit.
Exactly.
How far did it go? Man, it's fucked, because I'm like she was saying, I'm one of the dudes who's I would never put people's name out there because they could still be here or maybe passed on, but I had a cousin, they used to play stories. You know what I'm saying? But she was older than me. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like it didn't fuck me up.
Right.
But it did expose me to, like you were saying, sexual emotions.
But that's what I'm saying.
So by 12, 13 years old,
age,
I'm skipping Classic Kirk to go get some.
Exactly. That's my point. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's giving these boys these sexual emotions they shouldn't have, because they shouldn't have done anything yet. And if they do something, they should be doing it with a child their age that is also just as inexperienced. So they're not getting a vet that know what she doing.
But you know
and
what?
she teaching you all the ins and outs.
I feel that's fucked up. I'm not gonna go there. That's too fucked up of a thought.
They remind me of what was the name of that one movie back in the day? Was it Antoine Fisher?
Yeah.
Antoine Fisher, where his
Antoine-
aunt was doing that. And that's what opened my eyes up to it. So when I talk to guys and I go, oh, you was that age doing that? Especially because I have sons that age. And I watch my son so closely. I know that hasn't happened to my son. So now I'm trying to figure out what happened. Where were you that made this happen?
The 80s and the early 90s was the Wild Wild West, though. You know what I mean?
were.
When it comes to drugs, the breakdown of the black
And
community.
this is our last point. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
fathers being gone out. The family structure. It was
It
the
wasn't
beginning of
just
the
the fathers,
teardown.
it was the mothers.
Yeah, it was but the mamas.
That's what hurt more.
But then the mamas was
mothers
gone,
leaving
really?
the
It was fucked
household.
up.
Really?
The
That's what you
mothers.
think? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm not trying to be funny, but when a father leaves, you still got a parent. If a father ain't there and a mother ain't there, who there? The grandma. You growing up so confused because your grandma there. You need at least a mother. So I mean, if the father not gonna be there, the mom gonna hold it down. When the mom started turning crackhead, that's when everything got
the
messed
80s,
up.
90s, that shit
We
fucked
lost
up.
our big mamas and we lost our moms in our houses, and we still don't have it.
Yeah.
I get that.
That's real talk.
I get that. Overall, it was just the last point I'll make on this, because we usually do like about an hour 15, we a little bit over, but it's all good. We talk. But it's Charlamagne has also said himself also that during that point in time, we know it because we three guys sitting here, it was just a sexually charged time. Like with the whole Me Too movement now or whatever, we know that we did stuff back in the day that in today's day and age wouldn't work. Like he said, it was almost like it was just a over sexualized culture.
But can I just say,
and that because
can I just say something real quick? I'm sorry for
no,
cutting.
go.
People was eating ass in the pool at Christmas in July yesterday.
Absolutely.
I just think.
So we still live in a sexual
Yeah,
life.
I just think it's.
But that's what the kid. That's what we've grown up with.
But
He
see,
started that.
no. The point I was making was it's not. Yeah, people were eating ass at
Trust me, they were.
Pudding Bay yesterday.
Can't none of y'all niggas hit my blunts. I'm telling you. Right now.
But my thing is like, but we were living
delicious.
We were living. We were living different back then.
We did.
Because
Think about Delvin's basement all them times.
I was just
Oh my
about to bring it up because like the stories, like, back in the day, what was it? It was, we gonna get a bunch of alcohol, we gonna get a bunch of
2000,
weed, this and that, or
2001?
whatever. We gonna get fucked up or whatever. Like it was nothing to be like, all right, we got some women coming, all right, cool. We gonna get a bunch of alcohol, shit like that. We gonna get everybody gonna get drunk. We gonna fuck all this stuff or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's how I met you.
Damn. Oh, shit.
We got into a relationship. We fell in love off of that. Like, don't play. Like, we fell in
Thank y'all
love
for
off
tuning
of that.
in.
Literally. So,
Like, for real, we had a long relationship.
but the
'cause of
culture
that.
was
Kind of
fucked
turning
up.
me on right now.
Can we have a what's his name? What was his basement person's name?
No.
Stories from
We're not going back.
Whoever's basement.
We're not going back
No, we
there.
can't do that. We gotta protect the innocent. We gotta protect the innocent.
But the culture was so different back in the day. That's how it was. How many parties did I have where that's what we did?
Right.
I got some parties that we will talk about on air. I mean, off air. I'm
nigga,
sorry,
we
off
know-
air.
Off air.
Off air.
We can do some on-air
That's
stories. and leave
DMST
names out.
After Dark. Y'all gotta make
Yeah.
sure when DMST After Dark comes on, y'all
Yeah.
tune into that because those stories will be
So,
there.
but
Hell yeah.
the culture was so terrible.
I can't wait. DMS After
It
Dark
was.
going
It
on
was awful.
right after this show.
I just posted about that. Like, I think about all the shady ass places I went when I was 15, 16. I should have been dead in a ditch. So now I look at my daughter. I just be wanting to beat her for no reason. I don't even know if she been nowhere. I just want to beat her. Like, no, you did something. You lying about it. Your ass don't know where the library is. I never knew where the Heights Library was till I got grown and got a car. I told my mom I was at the Heights Library every Saturday. Lied. I wasn't at no damn library. She knew I wasn't either. She just let me.
Yo, but look again. So
In
that's
my feelings.
It's a change of time. So, all right, we're gonna wrap this show up. It's the change of times kind of has been good.
Yeah.
Though has been good because we're not doing those same things. Even though we're not doing them, but the kids these days are still doing the same thing.
Yeah,
they're
hell
just
yeah.
doing different stuff. Back in the day, we would get some alcohol, we'll smoke some weed. They got all
They
types
popping
of
pills,
Now they got all
they
types of
getting-
pills and all types of other.
They
shit
got
that
bottles,
doing.
they got vapes, they got too much. They
Yeah.
got too much access.
It's just on a different level these days. So it's still going on,
He
but
was
it,
innocently nasty.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. And people got cameras now. People got the phones and
Yeah,
the cameras. And
that's
now,
the fucked
and now,
up part.
And now you get the videos that go out there
I
and
wouldn't
shit
even.
like that.
I don't even want to know what would be out about me right now if there was like social media then. Oh my God! Like I'd be Amber Rose probably. Like the slut walk would be in Cleveland, and I'd be the one sponsoring that shit. Lit there had been some Instagram
Man.
back when I was
Them Instagram existed
17.
in college in 2000.
Man.
Jesus
A lot of us
Christ.
would be
I
in
came
trouble.
out to Gannon a couple of times too. Just gonna say.
And on that,
And on that note,
and on that note,
It's
and on that note, Candy, thank you for joining us this week.
Yes.
Please let
Yes.
everybody know where they can find you. Let them know your latest work that you're involved with.
Candy Baby 7714. I know you guys are following me on Instagram, of course. I have a movie coming out soon. It's called Beautiful Monster. Go to my page, check out the trailer. I also have a podcast coming out with my good friend, writer, actress, director Stacey Malone called Tea Time with Candy and Stacey, and it'll be on Fridays. You don't want to miss it. If you think I'm crazy, she me plus two. I'm the demure one in that group. Like y'all might think Stacey is nice and sweet. No, wait till y'all see Tea Time with Candy and Stacey. I can't wait. It's gonna be dope.
I've seen some of y'all posts on Facebook when you be talking. Yeah, she talks too.
That's
She
my
talks
dog.
too.
That's my dog. I love Stacey.
That's what's up. So that's all. That's it.
Yeah, shout out to Stacey Malone. Shout
All
out
right.
to I Am 216. Check the World. What's up?
All right. So Playboy.
At the end of the day, it's Playboy the DJ, man. Playboy DADJ. You can find me on Instagram, Playboy_James3. You can find me on Facebook under my government. If you know me, then you know me. Twitter, of course, Playboy_DJ some shit.
Hold on. I'm gonna just tell the people
If
for
somebody
you.
type in some
At
shit,
Cleveland Browns, at Cavs, some shit. Follow me.
some shit,
Find me on
fuck it.
there.
Find them all.
Don't feel good about
Follow
nothing
them
right
all.
now.
At
You're-
Pornhub, I'm something.
Right.
Right.
XNXX.com.
Your Twitter is Playboy_DA_DJ.
Is that it? All this time? I didn't know what it was.
Motherfucker. God damn it.
But no, man. Candy, thank you for coming through, man.
Of
You always
course.
dope as usual. So that's it, man.
Thank you for having me as always.
Dev.
Yeah, man. It's Big Dev. I always say I'm here to spread love in a world full of hate, man. You know what I mean? If nobody told you. Recently, I love you. If you don't love me back, that's cool, because my mama do.
Sir.
Yeah, Candy, thanks for coming, man. For
Thank
real.
you.
She had a show on I Am 216 Radio after I
Right.
left.
Right,
So we never
and
got
I
a chance
got
to like
work with you, and I've been knowing you since high school,
Yeah,
so it was
forever.
weird.
This was dope. We was talking about
never
it the
got
other day.
to exactly.
Yeah,
so
man,
I'm glad
so-
I got to come again.
It's the real Big Dev 216 everywhere.
Everywhere. Fucker.
Yes. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. We had some first time listeners. I mean, it was somebody that just left a comment a little bit ago, Mila, who said that, Charlamagne also didn't have an HBO deal before.
These are a lot of my homies from.
Thank you.
Oh, those some of your people? Okay.
Thank you,
Shout
Mila.
out to
Thank
Oats.
you.
Oats
He
said
getting
tell
that
Candy to
bag.
slide through Philly.
Somebody
He getting that
said
bag.
somebody said slide through Philly.
Send me a ticket.
And not a bus ticket, nigga.
Can it
Send
be
me a
Greyhound?
ticket.
Amtrak. That's like
Amtrak,
in
nigga.
between.
I actually take an Amtrak. That is peaceful. You could sleep in the car. I take that. I'm not taking no Greyhound. You gotta send me
Yeah,
an
you can't do a
Amtrak.
Greyhound. It smells funky on
And I'm
Greyhound.
not driving, nigga. That's 8 hours. I drove out there to see Rihanna. That was a long ass 8 hours. Her concert was dope though. I recommend everybody go see Rihanna if you can. She is great.
Yo, this is one of our shows
Was
where
Rihanna's nipples out during the show? I would've
She
loved
did the Sex With Me Is So Amazing, and she walked past the thing over on top of me. She had a little outfit on. I was trying to snatch her ass off the little catapult. I couldn't reach her. God made me too small. I tried to grab her ass down. I couldn't.
Yo, this is one of those episodes where listening to it ain't gonna do you justice. So y'all should go on.
Watch
So
this
if y'all
one.
listening to this during the week, y'all need to go on over to our Facebook and follow us, Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast, and watch the feed, or go to our YouTube page, Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts Podcast, and watch the full episode. That will be up this week on
yes,
Tuesday.
yes.
Email us anytime, dmst16@yahoo.com. That is how you can communicate with us. As you heard earlier in our show, we responded to an email asking for some relationship advice. You can get that information from us all the time in our glorious drunk-minded state. And we give great advice. Also, excellent. So also follow us on Twitter and Instagram, DMST Boys, and that is BOYZ. I think that's all the places you should be looking for. It's Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio app, and Stitcher is where you can listen to us throughout the week. I am DJ Brainstorm for you. You can find me on all social media, DJ Brainstorm, the number 4, the letter.
You. And basements, liquor, sex, everything else that go with that shit. I'm going to do that shit right fuck now.
And if your girl marry another woman in 2 months, she don't love you.
God damn it. We out this shit. Peace, y'all.
Peace.